Yeah.
So, Jai
Thank
Shri
you.
Krishna, everybody. I wanted to welcome all the devotees on this very auspicious day of Akshaya Tirtha. And it's even more auspicious. Aha! We have some Brijbasis from all the way from Vrindavan. This is really a blessing today. And both of these personalities are the sweetest and most important devotees for us. The reason being, without them, we could not do any seva in Vrindavan. It is so difficult. I believe me, I've tried for many years to do some practical seva for the Brijbasis, and it was impossible until I met with Trikalajna Prabhu. I've known him for 40 odd years, and we again connected by the Lord's mercy during COVID. And so since then, we've been involved in so many projects in Vrindavan. So I'd like to firstly welcome Trikal Prabhu. And I have to say, without you and your blessings, there was absolutely no chance we would be able to do anything to serve Brijbasi. Of course, we can't do anything much anyway, because we are very limited. But whatever we are able to do, it's because of your kindness. And I also, next to him is Dhavalji Prabhu, and he's actually initiated. What's your initiated name? I keep forgetting.
Rajvilas Das.
Raj Vilas, that's right. Now he is an extraordinary person. He's also a Brijbasi. He lives in Vrindavan with his wonderful wife and daughter, and he is both a lawyer and an accountant. So if you hate accountants and if you hate lawyers, you're going to doubly love him.
Why he's also devotee, so you can omit the first two and focus on the devotional side.
He's a really amazing devotee, and he's made some arrangements for us. For example, one time we wanted to do Gopeshwar Mahadev, we wanted to do the Abhishek there, and he arranged it early morning. And it was very, very hard to make an arrangement like that, but he did it in so quickly as well. Now he helps Govardhan Institute of Vedic Education in a very, very big way through the legal aspect to make sure that we are functioning properly as an NGO. And Trikal Prabhu, I'll hand over to you so that we continue.
Yeah, I just like to compliment a little further that, other than legally, he is the person who takes care of all of our accounts. So
Okay.
since 2021, every year we filed taxes, we've never had any problems. Like it's always a nice clean set because he has Nandu Prabhu who works under him, and we do a weekly accounting. He does tallying and everything, and we have a weekly meeting. And then during that meeting, we discuss everything that's happened, the checks and balances. So by the time it comes to the end of the year, everything is together. All he has to do is put the paperwork together and, file it in. Of course, he has to put some legal jargon in, which is essential part of the whole application for IRS. And then they may ask one or two simple questions, but we've never had any serious problems. I know I worked for ISKCON and I did some work for MBT. We get so much hassle from the tax people, but here, because everything is together right from the beginning, it really makes a big difference. Don't you think?
Yeah, sure.
So yes, it's good, always good to have a team. That's my consciousness from Bhaktivedanta Manor. When we started the Bhaktivedanta Manor campaign, I just made sure that we had accountants, working on it on weekly basis, monthly basis, announcing what's coming, what's going. So that way, we were able to raise almost 4 million pounds in those days over a period of like 9 years. And then I went to Delhi, I did the same thing. And Washington, I actually had an accountant who was a Jewish person working for the state building. And he agreed to do voluntary accounting for us. So that was the best thing that happened to our temple. So going back to Vrindavan Dham, I always remind devotees when you come here that, it's so important that when you come here, just remember when you're coming to do parikrama, you're not coming to do a lap race. It's not meant to be running around the ring road. It is meant to be going around the Braj Mandal Parikrama or the Vrindavan Parikrama or Govardhan Parikrama, and that you stop at different places to recall the memories of pastimes of Lord Krishna in different places and to understand the morals behind each pastime and how we can implement the morals in practical life, on daily basis. So this recently we had a group from London, Rekha Ben from Vishnu Bhagwan Bhajan Mandal and group came. And normally people do their parikrama in 2 hours. This time they went around and they did the parikrama. It took them 6.5 hours. But they were all so joyful and they were so much ecstatic because they dwelled on the pastimes of Krishna and they understood these pastimes in more depth. And on top of that, I normally request people that you start your yatra or pilgrimage by taking blessings of Gopeshwar Mahadev and Radha Damodar temple where Srila Prabhupada stayed for many years. And it is at the Radha Damodar temple where there is Rupa Goswami's Samadhi and Bhajan Kutir, which is very much active. Active in the sense that it is said that even today, Rupa Goswami is there present every day. And if your level of devotion is intense enough and you pray to him, he will bless you. Just like he blessed Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada meditated upon him for several years, but actually finally, before Srila Prabhupada left for New York, Rupa Goswami came in person and he blessed him and said, now is the right time to go. Now you go and your mission will be successful. What was that mission? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj had told Prabhupada that you go to the Western countries, translate the books in the English language and other languages, and then preach. So obviously that was a very challenging thing to do, and that's why Srila Prabhupada did the right thing. He came to Vrindavan, he performed tapasya, he prayed to Rupa Goswami day and night because he is the most, topmost or the senior-most Goswami, and he took blessings of Rupa Goswami, and then he went, and then he was so successful. So Brajdham, Vrindavan Dham is a very, very special place. There are many, many pastimes, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, our Sapta Devalai temples. Each temple, has its own different leelas and manifestations. It's not just the deities were made by somebody and put in place, but each deity is basically more or less manifested themselves, like Radharamanji also. So these are the places where you come and you meditate and pray so intensively and so seriously that please bless me so that my bhakti can be awakened, The real process of Krishna consciousness and the goal is so that as we prepare and we meditate, there has to be awakening of bhakti within ourselves. Chanting our rounds, going and preaching and everything, that is very nice, but it should help us to awaken that spiritual consciousness within us such that we are always connected to Krishna under all circumstances, And I'm very happy to see that many groups that come here, they all experience this. I normally meet them at the beginning, like Navinanda Prabhu, we also meet at the beginning. I meet everyone at the beginning and I request that please, dwell on the pastimes. For the few weeks or few days you are here, switch off the foreign channel completely, focus on the Vrindavan channel, and then you will experience miracles. So saying all that, I'd like to go on to today is a very special day, and today is Akshaya Tritiya. Actually, Akshaya Tritiya starts on the 19th, and it culminates on the 20th. So some people are celebrating today, some people are celebrating today. But devotees take every advantage. So we are celebrating today and tomorrow, so we can have the maximum amount of it. And I have Braj Vilas Prabhu here, a wonderful devotee. Has dedicated a lot of his time in helping us to really bring up the Govardhan Institute. And I'm going to request him to speak on the Akshaya Tritiya. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the introduction. Thank you, Navi Prabhu, for the introduction. First of all, I would like to wish everyone a very happy Akshaya Tritiya. I am sure all of you know that this is a very important tithi. In Skanda Puran, if we go and read the Skanda Puran, it says that it is a Yugadi tithi, which means any pious activity done on this day yields the benefit of doing that same pious activity for 100 years. So any dan or anything done on this particular, any chanting, any spiritual activity also done on this particular day, on particular tithi, will yield benefits as if you've done that activity for 100 years. So definitely it's a very important tithi and one of the most auspicious tithis in the whole calendar year. So yes, that is one from Skand Puran, and this is also the day when Lord Parshuram appeared on this planet, and also this is the day when Chandan Yatra starts in Vrindavan. You see all the deities, especially the seven Goswami temple deities, are dressed, and they put chandan on all the deities, and there are special darshans which go on from today for a period of 4 days or 7 days, depending on the temple. And also, today is the day when Jagannath Rath Yatra construction starts. They start constructing the Rath for the Rath Yatra. So there are a lot of things like this, like even the Char Dham Yatra, which is Gangotri, Yamunotri, uh, Kedarnath, and Badrinath. They open the gates for this Char Dham Yatra from Akshay Tritiya. And also, this is the day when Mata Annapurna also appeared on this planet. Uh, so, yes, this is a very special and auspicious Tithi, and definitely I would encourage everyone to do some spiritual and activities, because this particular day there are three important things. One is bathing, one is dan, and one is chanting. These three activities one should definitely do on this particular tithi. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So thank you, Rajulas Prabhu. So,
Yeah.
right now, our Govardhan Institute, our priority are two important things. One is Vidyadan, which means like educating the gopis, and installing water pumps. I'm very happy to say that we had taken a sankalp to install 108 water pumps on the Braj Mandal Parikrama, which means if you go on the Braj Mandal Parikrama, almost every 5 kilometers, you'll see one water pump. And that was completed a week before. So we have achieved that sankalp, and we've done that very successfully. And now we're planning to go back to the villages and install the water pumps. However, right now the dire need is to help educate the girls, the gopikas we call them. And we had 274 going to schools last year, and now we have 204. We have not taken any more. Because there are several persons, especially one doctor in England, who was supporting us in a big way. He had some very serious challenges. We had one or two other people who had challenges. So we have 204 children that are continuing from last year who need to be sponsored. Villages and small towns, the sponsorship is like 25,000 rupees a year. That's a whole year, and can give a child a life for a whole year at the school, which includes books, stationery, and 2 sets of clothes. And in cities like Vrindavan and Govardhan, the average fees is 35,000 rupees. That's like just 300 pounds a year. And you can give these children a life, at school, and help them build their future. At university levels, we had 31 last year. We have 24 now continuing. 7 have gone through their graduation and now moving on to their personal lives. Some getting married, some finding jobs and preparing to get married, like that. But we have 24, and I'm happy to say that out of 24 girls, we have 26 gopikas who have been sponsored for their entire career. So some of them have a 4.5 years course. Some of them are doing like Ayurvedic medical courses. They have 4.5 years course, and they can do one more year as a master's level. And then there are others who are doing different courses like fine arts, or be pharmacist, becoming dentists, becoming teachers. So we have, out of the 24, 6 are sponsored. 18 we are looking for help to sponsor. Last year we were very lucky because some person from South Africa had someone or other inherited some money, so he decided to help us in a big way. That's not continuing this year, but this year we have to find more people to support us. Now we can complement that on that later on. And out of this 18 gopikas, about 8 of them, they need a sponsorship in the range of 1,25,000 to 1,45,000, depending on which course they're doing. And that includes transportation and books and clothing again. And there are about 10 girls whose expenses are below 1 lakh. It's about 80,000, 86,000, including transport, because they are going to the local colleges, so that they don't have long distance to travel. And same thing again, books and 2 sets of clothes are involved. All I can say is that all these gopikas are coming from very, very underprivileged homes, and they need good support. And I'm proud to say that, like, you know, we have had more than 448, I was calculating 450 gopikas who've been through our system. 204 are with us, so that we have over 200 and like almost 40 who have been through up to grade 12 and graduated and moved on. Generally, after the 12th grade, most, I would say 90% of the villages will not let their girls go to colleges or universities. They do not agree with that. So we do not fight there. We respect that, because at least these girls will not get forced to get married at the age of 12 or 13, and they are now 18, 19, 20. So they have so much more common sense and understanding of life. So at this stage, we have to let them follow their families, desires or plans. So I'm requesting today's, Akshaya Tritiya, tomorrow is also Akshaya Tritiya. These 2 days, please consider sponsoring these gopikas. You can sponsor, say, one gopika at a higher education level or more if your budget allows. And if your budget doesn't allow that much, then sponsor 2 or 3 or 4 gopikas at 25,000 rupees each. And let's give them a chance, and let's continue helping them to build their hopes and future. With the hopes and hard work, the future comes. And the future is, giving them a chance to live in par with other Brajvasis and other citizens of the local Braj, so they can actually lead a decent life. And like Chanakya Pandit says, that Sange Sakti Kali Yuga, it's teamwork. I'm grateful to Nabinandan that he's glorifying all the activities we are doing here, because it is actually hard work. It's not that easy. The whole process is quite laborious. At the same time, I have to compliment all of you who are donating, all of you are working with Nabinandan Prabhu, because without the buttons punched in the right direction, it would not be possible as to actually execute the field work. So it is all one, teamwork, and all of us put together, we can make and give life to so many gopikas. So right now, for the next month or two, we want to give full focus to make sure that no gopika has to suffer because of shortage of funds. And this is the right time to do Vidyadan. Doing your Vidyadan now multiplies by how many times?
100 years of
100 years of Vidyadan if you do it today. So, and as it is in Braj, anything you do multiplies by 1,000 times anyway. So 100 times, 1,000 times is quite significant. Take it seriously, and please come forward and team up with us. Let's not miss out on this opportunity, and let's do our best to help the gopikas. Now, if anyone has any other comments to give or questions to ask, you're welcome. Did you want to say something?
No, I'm fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Nabi Prabhu, over to you.
I think, yes, and I think it'd be good if any devotees like to ask questions. It's very effective to teach the Gopikas, or allow the Gopikas go through the education system, because it's not just one generation. It's going to be several generations who are helped by one Gopika, because their future children also will go down the same route of being educated, becoming educated. And this is so important. Otherwise, the Gopikas will be married off at a very young age. And what sort of life will they have? It'll be very difficult. And those who really want to study and are not able to afford, it is such a blessing if we can come forward and say, yes, we will support this young girl so that she gets a good education. We've been very fortunate in our lives. even we may have some difficulty, but we have been extremely fortunate. So we can share some of that fortune with these Bijbasi children. It'll be just for our benefit. And what can we possibly do for the Bijbasi? They're looked after by Krishna directly. But he's giving us a small opportunity. Actually, it's a wonderful opportunity to get involved in helping his family. What sort of blessing is that? And we may press some buttons, but I know how difficult it is to do anything in Vrindavan. It is so hard. But somehow, Trikalajna is supported by a wonderful team, Braj Vilas and so many others as well. They do a magnificent job. So we really want
We
to.
have like 18 team members running around doing all these things to make it all happen. Some are
Right.
part-time, few are full-time, yes.
And yeah, sometimes we had a very good fortune last time. Wonderful devotee from South Africa gave a lot, and he's given a little bit more. He's given a little bit this time as well, quite a bit actually. And we had a doctor from London who also was very kind, but he's in retirement, so it's a little hard for him now to donate. So we are looking for more extended support. So if you can encourage your friends. There's one devotee who's called Nitesh. He reached out to his family, and 8 of them have asked for details of the bank account for live for the gopis. So it looks like 8 of them will contribute £208. So
Wow.
that's just one person who has taken the initiative of sharing the details with his family. And I'm very grateful to him because he's taken that initiative on such an auspicious day. He wants his whole family to benefit. So don't be shy. Give the opportunity to others to also take advantage of this day today. Not just today, of course. We've got Pushottam Mass coming as well from the 17th of May. So there are plenty of opportunities to do bhakti and service. And, I can't say this enough times. We have got the right people in Vrindavan to do this seva. And it will not be wasted. It will go where it's meant to go. So we're very, very blessed by that.
Prabhuji, there's somebody's hand up there.
Binda Devi, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranams.
Yeah,
Please accept
yeah.
our humble
Thank you.
obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and you. And
Hare
very
Bol.
kind of you to arrange all of this and very useful. I just wanted to find out what is the account details. Is it possible to have them in chat, or perhaps you're going to send it later so we can just send Lakshmi directly?
Navi Prabhu, would you want that direct to you, or do you want me to get in touch with Mataji and organize it?
No, we can give the details for live. You based in UK?
Yes, Mata is based in.
Yes.
I've got both accounts. If you need Indian, then if you have scan code, I can do it like that. If you'd rather have it through the other way, then we can just do it like that. If you have an Indian phone number, we have Paytm. We can do it like that as well. So whatever is convenient, we're happy to.
I think best will be through our UK account. Then at least we can get the 25% back from the government.
Yes.
So that will also go to Vrindavan. So whatever you contribute to, we'll have a bit more going from the UK. So we can pass that details on to you. Just give in the chat. Can you just put your phone number down, and then we'll send the details to you directly.
Yes, that's very good points.
Also, just recently, Disha and parents had been to Vrindavan, so maybe you saw some work being done there, Disha, with your parents, since you also spent some time with Trikal Prabhu, so maybe you can highlight a few things.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Hari
Yes.
Bol Bapa, nice to see you.
Hari Bol.
Nice to see you. I mean, we've seen firsthand the amazing work that you do, Bapa, and we're really fortunate and grateful to you for allowing us to contribute, especially to the blind children's ashram. It was really nice to see them smiling and so happy. and the water pumps and every other endeavor. We did Govardhan Parikrama and we did Vrindavan Parikrama, and we saw how many people were making use of the water pumps. So it was amazing. It was amazing to see all the education that you're doing. I think I've just messaged you to let you know what we would like to contribute for the Gopikas today and tomorrow. But it's amazing what you do, and it touched our hearts. It really has. Like, there's no better seva that you're doing and you're allowing us to do through your platform. So thank you.
Thank you for coming, and especially thank you for helping to build the shelter for the blind people's ashram, because they were sitting out in the open, and while they were eating, the monkeys would come and steal food from their plates. They can't see; they are blind. But putting that roof over and putting the net around so the monkeys cannot come in is such a big blessings, for the 50, 60 people living there. And at the same time, we put the fence so they can have, now the next few months are going to be scorching hot, and they don't have facilities like most of us do, But this is like a big blessing. Shelters so that they can be protected from monkeys. Shelters so that they will be protected from the sun and the heat in the winter time also. It was, and they are just like the management there is just so indebted to your service, and they're so grateful to us. So yeah, thank you so much for coming. And it's good thing when devotees like yourself come and you become personally involved. You can see the dire need. How important it is that these basic things, basic necessities like no water. Can you imagine no water? Or can you imagine you have a daughter or a son and you cannot send them to school because you can't afford to pay the fees? So yeah, it is quite challenging, and I feel privileged that with Brother Govindji's blessings and Prabhupada's blessings that we have a teamwork of really nice devotees, and they all go out of their way to do the service, and that makes a big difference. It makes my life so much more kind of, simpler in the sense that I don't have to keep repeating things. Once I tell devotees they get this done or get that done, it gets really done very nicely. So 18 people with us in our team here, and we are doing our best to continue doing this service, and I want to thank especially Nabi Prabhu, because you actually inspired me that, like, go ahead, do it, So it makes a big difference when somebody inspires you like that. And certainly we started this after COVID, but actually I have to compliment Nabi Prabhu that even before the COVID, when I was vice president at Krishna Bala Temple, and we got connected, you contributed very significantly through your team to Krishna Balaram Temple, including the new altar for Srila Prabhupada in Srila Prabhupada's Samadhi, which was almost 17 lakhs rupees. And I texted you a message while the meeting was going on. And you said, yes, we will do it. And then I announced, and everyone was just so surprised because the president had just announced that we need to do this, and this is how much it's going to cost. And before the meeting closed, I said we already have a donor. So yes, and so that was really amazing how you kind of respond with so much confidence, and so much devotion and dedication. It makes all the difference to the devotees who are doing service here. So thank you so much. Thank you all very much. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call me, and I'll be very happy to answer your questions. But I have a question that you all have to think about is, when are you coming to Vrindavan? How soon are you coming to Vrindavan? And how you're going to come and spend a decent amount of time here. Don't come for a lap rest. Don't come for a flashlight visit to Vrindavan. Come for a serious visit that will change your life, eternally. And I promise, if you come here and spend at least 10 days with me, you will be vibrating with breath consciousness. The 11 people who just left recently, they're not here, but hopefully next time they'll be here. And just like this, you just highlighted your experience. It's nice if more devotees can express their feelings, because there are so many people out there, who deserve to know this and who will come and take advantage of coming to Vrindavan and get the blessings, Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, there's a question. How old is the youngest Gopika that we are supporting?
So we start from grade 1 normally, which is around 7 years. But we have 2 or 3 Gopikas who are going to kindergarten. So they're at about the age of 5. I would say 5, no? Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Sometimes we do get that call, like a single mother comes and says, if my daughter can go to school for half a day, then I can go and earn some money so I can feed my daughter and my family, like that, or pay my rent.
Mm.
It's incredible. The suffering people go through is, it's not conceivable for us if you're living in America and Europe,
One devotee yesterday, I was talking to a very kind person actually, and very helpful to us, extremely helpful. He was mentioning how whenever he talks about you to somebody in the manner, for example, that person will say, oh yes, I've known Trikal Prabhu for 30 odd years, 35, 40 years. And he made the point that you've touched the hearts of so many people in the past, and I think it'd be good if we can reconnect with some of those people again. Maybe Narendra Krishna Prabhu at the manor. If perhaps we could have a follow-up on this session today, maybe next Sunday, and we can invite you to come to the Zoom session and meet yourself, and because I'm sure they will be very, very happy to reconnect again.
Yeah, I agree with you totally, because like I mentioned to you earlier that there was one devotee's name is Mahendra Bhai. They are Patels and they have their business, confectionery stores. And he used to help me a lot at the manor during the manor campaign. I could depend upon him anytime. I would call him, Mahendra, please come and pick me up. I need to go to, Saw Street and go and visit the advocate, so like that. He'd never say no. His wife would run the business and he would run down. So, Lisa, you were there when I met him. So Lisa had requested that I go and join them for the evening meal in MVT. And when we got there, this family and about 10 other people were sitting with them, all of them from London, all of them in my kind of era. And it was very, very touching moments. And the next morning, although they were leaving around 9:30, they wanted to have a session with me. So we had a session from 8 to 9. And some of them were just like, they had prepared baggage and everything. So they didn't leave till 9:30 just to get the bags in the car and get moving to get to the airport. But Mahendra Bhai has definitely said that, like, I'm ready to help in any way I can. So, and I will put you guys in touch with him. I'll invite him to the next Zoom call also. And for sure, those 10, 12 people who were with him, they were also emotional and they were very touched that we were able to meet each other after such a long time. They all thought I was lost.
But that day we realized you were famous. That day in MVT, we realized you were famous.
You lost him for a while, didn't you?
His Bapa's omnipresent, literally, that day.
There you go. So just coming back to this couple of days, which are very special, as Prabhuji's mentioned. So if we can reach out to all the families or anybody who wants to help out, and it multiplies by 100 times, and in Raj it multiplies by another 1,000. So whoever's good at maths, they can multiply 1,000 by 100, and that's your blessing from Radharani, Srimati Radharani. Yeah. So please keep in touch. Vinda, did you have another question, or your hand was up? Gone.
I also wanted to introduce you, Trikal Prabhu, to Suresh. She is, let me just pinpoint, I hope you don't mind, Suresh, I'm going to pinpoint you. Here she is. Now, Suresh is amazing person, right? You know, she's donated for the Gomata and the calf and the water pump, and she's also donating towards the Gopi, and she's donating towards feeding the blind, and so many savers. So I just wanted to just give you a quick introduction to Suresh. Thank you so much, Suresh. Amazing.
So happy to meet you, and so happy and so grateful to you, indebted to you for giving us this continuous support.
No, it's all Krishna doing. It's not us. It's Krishna's doing. He made us do it. You know, it's not nothing is ours. So I'm blessed that Nabi has helped me through this process of
Yes.
what I wanted to do. I'm more grateful to you and Nabi, and you know, it is Krishna's who has done everything for us. It's
Very
not
true.
us.
And I
Yeah.
was saying to Suresh that next time she comes to Bharat, especially Delhi, we will make the arrangements for her to come to Vrindavan, stay for a few
Come
days.
soon.
It'll be,
Thank you.
yes.
Another thing I wanted to say was, you know, the pump you did was such a blessing. It is done at my guru's place, which is Raman Reti.
Wow. Okay. Wonderful.
And my guru is there. You know, the Shama Mataji?
Yes.
Yes, it's done there. So
Shyama
I'm,
Didi.
yeah, so I was so happy when I heard the name Raman Reti.
Oh,
Yeah,
Amazing.
so,
Yeah. Well done.
yes. Yeah, thank you so much for your help.
No, well done. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Jai Ho,
Thank
Jai
you.
There's
Ho.
another question by Lakshmi. When we are sponsoring a Gopika, do we get to see their journey via video?
Via video. It's possible. It just means a little extra endeavor. Especially girls who are over 18, we are very happy to do that. Those who are under 18 for legal reasons, we don't introduce you so closely and let you be one-to-one because things have gone past wrong in especially Sadipani school. I was there. I was a director. We
Yeah.
had some very big challenges, you know. Sometimes a donor gets very attached to the student and then they want to take the student overseas. And then the parents become very upset and they think we are trying to steal their children. So I have to be very frank and say that like this is a reality. But when you come here, we'd be very happy to introduce. If you really want to communicate with them, then it has to be like a three-way communication so that there is no, you know, misunderstanding or, you know, mishappenings because one one wrong incident or one incident that, you know, can destroy the entire setup of several hundred children's lives. But the children who are over 18, who are going to colleges and universities, I'm already connecting them to the donors. And I'm very happy that you communicate with those children and you give your guidance. One of the donors is also giving a regular class to one of our students, helping her to come up with her standard of English, for example, you know. So yeah, that's possible.
Okay. And so that same person's asking, can we see a video from the parents?
Can you see a video from the parents? Yes, sure. We can interview them.
Yeah.
In fact, what I do is Navi Prabhu, I'll just done on every Sunday I meet students and I do videos.
Okay.
So I'll send you the video that I just done today and last Sunday, and you can share them with everyone so they
Good.
get an idea as to what it means. We don't just get them sponsored and then forget them. We actually have every Sunday I have 25 to 30, you know, Gopikas coming here at the ashram, and we look into the situation, how they're doing, how they're progressing, what the challenges are in particular, how we can help them. Like one young Gopika said, it's so difficult to understand chemistry. There's so many formulas. I don't like it, but I have to do it, you know. So I said, okay, we will arrange tuition for you because once you understand the basic fundamentals of the formula, you'll be laughing, you know. So then she was so relieved that like, okay, I'll get some help to understand why these formulas are there, you know. So yes, if somebody is really keen, yeah, we are very happy to help you connect it to the family and arrange like regular discussions with them also. When you come here, you're most welcome, you know, spend time with them.
Sure. Just to give
Maybe,
sorry, go
sorry.
ahead, Rishabh. Go on.
Maybe if you share this video with everybody next Sunday, if you organize the program next Sunday and beginning, we can see this. So, you know, a little clip for what's happening. That'd be nice to share with all of us on the line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the videos I've done in the last 2 weeks, I'll send them to you, Nabilan and Prabhu, so you can have them ready to display.
Yes, that'd be
Yeah.
phenomenal. Now,
And
just to
anybody who's particularly interested in seeing, you know,
yeah,
the video, can share with them. I have no problem with that. I'm quite happy. In fact, our team is quite happy, right? Yes.
so just to share in terms of overall picture, what are the costings, not per girl, but overall? If we have 204 Gopikas in secondary, of primary and secondary, and 24 in higher education, requiring roughly 125,000 rupees a year. The total cost for the whole year is about 54,000 pounds, which is quite a significant amount of money, as we know.
Yeah.
Out of that, about 25,000 will be covered by some larger donors, very kind donors, and
Yeah.
my humble obeisances to those donors. So it leaves about 29,000 or 30,000, if you like, pounds that we are still short of. And this is where people have been donating. So for the last 2 days, we've received 3,000. So we short still by about 27,000. So it is quite a significant shortfall. But
Okay.
little bit, everybody does and gets their friends and family involved. I'm sure we will cover that shortfall. And it's to help 228 children is incredible, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's actually, you've done miracles in the past. You've done more than that. And I think last year, if you remember, we were in a fix until the last moment how to educate these, girls at higher school because we were not getting the support. And then suddenly this investor came forward and,
Well, South
he
Africa.
supported almost 20 of them. So
Yeah.
our prayers and our faith has to remain, firm in our services that we are performing because we are doing it for Radha Govindji and his family. And let us pray and act together so that we can find the rest of the funds. I'm happy to say that I've been talking to some people also, and in fact, one family from Punjab that had come just to visit, another family's birthday here. I spoke to them today, and they are considering doing 5 gopikas at a school level. So that you can consider another £1,000 coming that way.
Okay.
And then yeah, Rekha Ben is also going to work on her team. So
Okay.
let us put the maximum effort over the next few weeks and see how we can, encourage people to come forward. Those of us who are listening today and the people, if you can circulate the recording from today, tomorrow is also, Akshaya Tritiya, and we encourage as many people to come forward in the next 2 days. That will work in a significant way.
Thank you.
Okay.
Prabhu, maybe you can just mention when do we need to pay the fees for this coming year?
Well, normally it's due this month, but in the past we always worked around with the colleges and universities, so we have to start paying latest by May.
Yeah.
Some of them are like some of the schools who will not, agree to that. We already started paying some fees from the funds that you sent us. But others we just work with them so that they know that we are a charity, we are a trust, and the fund comes from different individuals. It's not like we are a big company that has money just stacked away. And when you speak to the admin, normally they are pretty good about it because they know that if we don't pay and we can't pay right now, and they stop it, the children from going, they'll have less number of students. Whereas if they wait for 3 or 4 weeks, then at least they'll have more children and more funds coming in. And we're talking about like almost 230 kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And just to clarify, next Sunday, are we perhaps looking at the same sort of time to meet up?
Yeah, I'm practical. I'm fine with that. If you need to change 1 hour this way or that way, that's fine with me also.
Okay.
2 o'clock sounds good. And if people from other countries want to join as well, I don't know how it works, like Africa or America.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Rajvilas Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.